Live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. We're all set to bring you NBA action. Chris Webber is joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Tip-off goes to Houston. So the opening lineup for the Heat. Wayne Ellington is out there with Jones. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Whiteside in at the 5 spot. Paul for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Paul's got the first bucket of the night. A three-pointer for Houston. And Chris, many thought that after the Rockets let Dwight Howard go, they would have a slight rebuilding phase. Turns out they were just reloading and were a surprise contender last season.
Well, they did sneak up on some teams with how well they played early on. Front office did a great job retooling the team, great coaching job. And now with Paul in the mix, they're one of the scariest teams, at least on paper, in the league. Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just effort points.
Pass to Capella. They set the pick. Now the pass to Harden. 6 on the shot clock.
Well, James Harden has always acted as the initiating guard in any offense he's been in. But last year, he just took it to a new level. With Coach D'Antoni, Harden was running the offense. He ended up with double-digit assist numbers for the season.
It's his first trip to the line.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Harden.
What makes Harden so special is his explosiveness. This guy can just turn it on whenever he wants to on offense.
And so he hits both.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Johnson kicks to Richardson. Johnson sends the screen for Richardson. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
Heat on D. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Paul dishes to Capella. Paul a screen on Whiteside. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Capella. Harden's got 5 now.
Well, Harden's ability to stretch the floor is crucial. You love to see him drop in those perimeter jumpers.
Ellington the pass to Johnson. Screen by Jones. Johnson against Anderson. Now here's Richardson. He's covered closely. And Abamute kicks to Harden. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Oh, and that catch and shoot, Jay, from Harden is unblockable. Just quickly shooting off the pass.
Ellington with it. Richardson dishes to Whiteside. Screen by Jones. Here's the 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Now here's Paul. Ellington defending. Capella, the pass to Harden. Back to Capella. And stolen by Ellington. And here we go. Fast break. Ellington's got the ball. Johnson outside. And Jones has it in the corner. He kicks it to Ellington. Right side a screen. Off the screen. Rebounded by Capella. Houston's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And another three for Houston.
Just finding the open man. Few who have ever played this game have Paul's vision.
Johnson the screen. Dishes to Whiteside. And Capella sends it back. Harden outside. Over in the corner, Mbamute. From outside, off the mark.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Ellington kicks to Johnson. Screen by Jones. Johnson against Anderson. Jumper off the screen. Another miss by Johnson.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off. Just couldn't knock it down.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Kept alive by Houston. And it's Capella missing.
Now that's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter his release.
For three, Richardson. The Rockets pull it in. Harden right side. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got 12.
Really like seeing Harden take it strong inside. So crafty in how he finishes near the bucket.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with Eric Spoelstra a few minutes ago. Going into the first game of the season, he said we have to attack them inside and in transition. See how that works out. If they don't adjust, we're going to keep pressing it. Well, Kevin, that seems like a good idea considering his explosive team that he has. Back to you.
Thank you, David. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. 14 points for him.
The D has to find a way to block that shot. A hand in the face of Harden simply is not good enough from that range.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Jones kicks to Richardson. On the wing, Ellington. Defended by Paul. 5 to shoot. And here's Richardson outside.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Miami no good on that time either. Jones against Harden. Paul dishes to Harden. Anderson the screen. Over Jones. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Heat trail by 9. Ellington with it. He's picked up by Paul. Ellington kicks to Richardson. Johnson against Anderson. Whiteside sets the pick for Johnson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, Chris, the NBA game is a game of superstition. And even if you aren't superstitious, you still get into the habit of a routine. So what was your pregame routine that you had during your career, something that was there every night with you before a game?
Well, about superstitions, Kev, I have one superstition, and it might sound weird, but it was to not have a superstition. So I'm a guy that can get caught up in routine and things like that. So if I played a great game and I had something to eat, I wouldn't eat the same thing on purpose because I didn't want the superstition to control me. I wanted if for some reason I couldn't have the food, if for some reason I got to the game late, I never wanted that to be in my head. And so my thing was, since early in high school, I tried not to have a superstition. But in saying that, you do have a routine. And my routine as I got older was, before I get to the arena, I'd read the notes of the game and all that good stuff, and I'd just sit in the hot tub with my headphones on. I figured that that was the best way to get warm at an older age, and that's really the only thing I can remember relying on before a game, and that was in my older years.
Good story. Good story. And Johnson drops them both.
And probably the one constant of this Miami team the last few years has been their defense. They do a great job of making life difficult for opposing shooters, and it's been anchored by one of the best shot blockers in the game with Whiteside.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And the Miami defense is more than just Whiteside blocking shots, as you might say. Greg, they do a great job of limiting opponents' threes.
Yeah, they challenge the three ball as well as anybody. Both contest the shot and close out to deny the attempt from even being taken. This roster does a great job of taking away space from shooters.
And the Rockets making a change here. Nene is checked in. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Walton comes in for Josh Richardson. For three, Ellington. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And the Rockets with possession here. It's a 10-point game. Nene, the screen. Paul kicks to Harden. And Tucker has it in the corner. Poke loose. Now here's Walton. He dishes it to Olynyk. Goes up the baseline. Rebounded by Tucker.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
Eric Gordon on the wing. Over Winslow, and the basket by Gordon. And now it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Winslow kicks to Walton. There's the dish to Olynyk. Heat moving the ball around. The Heat need to get a shot off. And there's Walton. That's good on the assist by Ellington. Houston leading by 9. Gordon with a screen on Winslow. Paul passes to Gordon. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And here's Winslow. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. And Bahamute's checked in for James Harden. Now Walt. He feeds it to Ellington. 6 to shoot. Screen by Olynyk. Shot off the screen. Almost, but it rolls out.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing. Those two things that he possesses.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 5. Here's Tucker. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Well, the Rockets, Chris, aren't known for their defense, but it probably gets a worse rap than it should. They allow a lot of points, but it's mostly due to their pace of play.
And part of that is just a viewpoint from the past few years. I mean, Harden says he's recommitted himself to the defensive end, which has helped set the tone. Defense does just enough to let their offense win games.
One shot.
That's good from Tucker. And, of course, NBA players have all reached this pinnacle through dedication, through very hard work. Chris, can you talk about the hard work and effort that goes into playing and succeeding at this NBA level?
Well, if you're in high school or middle school, when your friends are at the movies, you're on the basketball court. When your friends are hanging out at a party, you're at the basketball court. When your friends and his family on vacation, you're at the basketball court. I don't think many people understand the dedication. You know, for many guys, it's more than 4 hours a day in the gym, and a lot of that is just sitting in the gym, just smelling the gym. You know, of course you're going to work out, of course you're going to shoot, but it's everything basketball. You know, in my wall I had Dominique, Magic, Bird. I had all these guys, Isaiah, cut out magazines, and I would put their pictures on my wall and work out and do push-ups looking at them. And I would know their moves. I would know everything. And, you know, I remember Kenny Smith after his dunk contest, he stood at the free throw line and threw the ball between his legs, threw it off the backboard and dunked. I went in the backyard in Detroit, shoveled the snow, and we worked on that dunk all night, freezing. I mean, you have to love it. So, you know, when you love something, my father taught me, it's not work. And so you got to start with the love, and then all the other work and dedication is just part of the journey.
I love the message, but boy, I like that Kenny Smith story. That is a great, great story. And so it's Houston with it after the Heat pick up 2. That's a 2 from Paul. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Paul's got his second bucket tonight.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Now here's Winslow. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. He was all alone on that one. Ellington's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Heat. Houston's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside. Here in the first quarter, to the wing right side, Mbah a Moute. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Mbah a Moute has got himself on the board with 3 there. Walton dishes to Olynyk. Here's Winslow. Kicks to Walton. Screen by Walton. Feeds it to Winslow. Pass to Ellington. Dishes to Walton. Tries a 3. Rockets with the rebound. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Paul. It's tipped, and he gets it back. The Heat trail by 12. Walton with the ball. The feed to Winslow. Olynyk inside. Shoots over Tucker. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
When Olynyk gets the ball in the mid-range area of the floor, he has no problem in letting it fly. I mean, he makes that shot consistently when he has the room to let it fly.
And so it's Houston going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Rockets, Chris Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Luke Mbah a Moute out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Nene in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The Rockets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Two shots.
And he can't get the first one. Well, there have been a lot of great young big men come into the league over the last couple of years. Chris, do you think the post position is about to make a comeback in the league right now?
I think it definitely could make a comeback because of the players that we've seen enter into this game, like Cat and Davis and Embiid. But I also think that, you know, the game has grown because we've had to see players like Larry Bird on the post extend his game to three-point area. We got to see Akeem Olajuwon get the first big crossover. So I don't know if the game will ever be the same with traditional posts, but I do know the game is in good hands with guys that have great skill sets, and so the big man is definitely back.
Now here's Winslow. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Adebayo. Heat moving the ball around. For three, Richardson. And again, it's the Heat missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Tucker can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Richardson. Back to Walton. He kicks it to Olynyk. Good. And it's Walton who picks up the assist. Olynyk's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Heat.
One of those guys who combines the body of a big man and the game of a guard. Olynyk can get it done on the perimeter.
Back to Ba'amute. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And Ba'amute's got 6. The Heat trail by 10. And Walton kicks to Olynyk. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Screen by Walton. Richardson for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
You can count on Olynyk to move the ball quickly when he spots an open teammate. And that feed was phenomenal.
And the shot's good from Nene.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
Walton, the pass to Olynyk. He dishes it to Winslow. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The pass to Adebayo. For 3, Richardson. And that one is off. The Rockets go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Now here's Nene. Walton inside, defended by Paul. And Walton kicks to Winslow. Back to Walton. The dish now to Olynyk. Now here's Winslow. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
Now here's Paul. They lead by 7. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big 3 era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Anderson comes in for Mba'amoute. And it's James Harden in for Paul. Then for the Heat, Whiteside's checked in for Adebayo. Johnson comes in for Olynyk. And Jones subbed in for Justice Winslow. And Greg, credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Johnson. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Houston leading by 5. And here's Harden. 14 points for him. And Tucker kicks to Capella. Gordon a screen. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Here's Tucker. And the layup is good. Tucker's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Walton dishes to Whiteside. He feeds it to Richardson. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, Kevin, how about the quick hands of Harden? They're easily coming up with the steal thanks to his activity.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Now here's Walton. Kicks it to Johnson. Over Anderson. Johnson can't hit.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easy look.
On the wing, Gordon. From downtown. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Gordon's got the lead up to 12 now for Houston.
That lightning quick release. Gordon catching and firing perfectly. You can't guard that.
Outside, Jones. Feeds it to Richardson. Here's Walton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And just miss after miss right now. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Tucker can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 12. Outside, Jones. Dishes it to Walton. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, you knew that the Rockets were going to be an offensive juggernaut with their roster and Mike D'Antoni at the helm, but seeing it in action is still jaw-dropping at times. I mean, you're amazed. They can put up a lot of points in a hurry.
Yeah, and the team plays at an incredibly high pace, which accounts for some of their big numbers. But they do a good job of finding smart shots and making the most of their possessions. This team can truly be scary when they're clicking.
That free throw good from Walton. And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity.
And he can't hit the second.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Anderson with the screen for Harden. Launches it. And it's Miami with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Richardson the pass to Walton. Outside, Jones. Johnson the screen. Here's Whiteside. Miami no good on that time either. Rockets leading by 11. Now Harden. 16 points for him. Out to the right wing. Houston moving it around. The 3 from Anderson. Hits the 3-point bomb. Anderson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Heat trail by 14. Timeout called, the Heat. And as a shooting guard, Eric Gordon might be a touch undersized, but he can handle his own, has great strength and a very explosive step to keep up with his large counterparts.
Yeah, Gordon plays bigger than his size. Very efficient with his body when he angles in and go into the basket. He can step out and just space that floor, and he's quick at getting the ball up near the rim to finish for the drive.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Walton. Right side a screen. Here's Richardson, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Richardson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort. He's still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Ellington.
I like the bounce pass there. He's getting creative.
To the right side. Pass to Tucker. There's the feed to Gordon. Anderson the screen. Back to Tucker. Anderson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up at the stripe. That one rolling around and rims out.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
Here is Harden after the Heat pick up 2. Screen by Capella. And Tucker has it in the corner. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And that one misses. It's tipped. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Tucker. Pass to Capella. Gordon a screen. And here's Harden for 3. The offensive rebound.
Well, it appears as though he has lost his touch a little after connecting on 2 in the first quarter.
Now here's Ellington, guarded by Harden. Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Shoots over Capella. And that one hits back iron.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
The Heat trail by 10. Jones kicks to Ellington. Johnson down low, working on Anderson.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
On the wing, Harden. Bucket is good. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, just exceptional focus from Harden on the drive, knowing that the D can't stop him no matter what they do.
There's a screen. Jones dishes to Whiteside. And Capella sends it back.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down tonight.
Lets it go from deep. And James Harden good for 3. Harden's got 21.
I love how Harden squares himself up on these pull-up attempts when he is in rhythm. No one else is stopping him from burying his shots.
Now here's Ellington. He's got 8. Out to the right wing. Screen by Jones. Whiteside. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Gordon against Jones. Anderson the screen. Here's Tucker. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the
Mind
Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. And Bahamute comes in for Anderson. And Paul subbed in for Gordon. That's good from Tucker. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Ellington, the pass to Olynyk. He kicks it to Winslow. Screen by Olynyk. Pass to Jones. There's a good screen. Just 5 on the clock. The pass to Ellington. From deep. And the rebound goes to Nene. Nene's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Harden. Now here's Paul. Ellington defending. Paul with the ball. 5 points in the game. And stolen by Ellington. From deep. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Houston Rockets in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what has to happen to pull out the win?
Well, we have to play through some of the tough times, okay, whether it's a missed call or whether missed shots. This is a passionate game, and we got to stay the course.
We'll see what happens. Thanks, Bo. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome back,
Show.
everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3-ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
Here is Ellington. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Richardson. Jones is out there with Wayne Ellington. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Johnson in at the 4.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
Miami shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Oh, well, the Rockets have a pretty simple game plan. Put up a ton of threes and get as many deep threats on the floor as you can.
Paul outside. Screen by Ba'amute. Paul dishes to Mba'amute. Kicks to Capella. Shot clock at 5. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And often we can exaggerate about how much a team hoists up the threes, but it isn't an exaggeration with the Rockets. They do it at a record pace.
Oh, yeah, at times last season, almost half of their shots were from 3. By far the most three-point attempts in the league. I mean, you look at their offensive numbers, and clearly it was the right approach for them.
Houston leading by 13. Poke loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Harden kicks to Capella. Back to Harden. Anderson the screen. Shot clock at 6. Harden the pass to Anderson. Rebound by the Heat. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ellington with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Ellington dishes to Whiteside. Richardson with the screen on Capella. Ellington kicks to Richardson. Johnson sets the screen for Richardson. A floater, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on James Harden.
Clearly a foul.
For Miami, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made, and you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
Two shots.
That's good from Richardson. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Screen by Ba'amute. Paul kicks to Harden. Anderson a screen on Jones. It's Harden with the drive and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And really, Harden is even dangerous when he's looking to score. Even when the defense gets physical with him, he takes the contact, he powers through it.
And last season, Harden just put up some incredible numbers all across the board. His assists were league leading, which nobody saw coming. He didn't have a big drop in his own scoring, even as he was creating so much more for others.
One shot.
He throw good, James Harden. And with Harden, as you said, Chris, nobody saw his assist totals coming except maybe his coach, Mike D'Antoni, one of the Coach of the Year candidates, certainly all season long with what he did in that 55-win Rockets season. When Harden heard what his coach expected, Chris, he laughed it off.
Yeah, and part of it was the system, but Harden he found his groove. I mean, you think about just the seasons he's had. He's just played incredible, and he's going to have to bring those turnover numbers down. Not used to playing with the ball and not used to being in that position that much. Expect the turnover numbers to come down this season.
Rockets leading by 14. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Anderson the screen. Nice work there coming off the screen. Harden's got 26.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Richardson. 12 points for him. Over Mbah a Moute. They get the rebound. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Now with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on him.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw.
And, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
Mbah a Moute, the pass to Capella. From deep, Harden. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. The Heat trail by 15. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Johnson with a screen on Paul. Whiteside a screen. Jones dishes to Ellington. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Ellington's got 11 points. Whiteside earlier in his career didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length. He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
Here's Jones after Clint Capella's bucket. Jones kicks to Ellington. Whiteside sets the pick for Richardson. He dishes it to Jones. No good on the triple. Houston leading by 14. Feeds to Capella. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
And Capella is very efficient down deep, using his muscle to get off the shots he wants inside.
Now here's Jones. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Richardson, no luck. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Paul kicks to Mbah a Moute. Back to Paul. There's the dish to Mbah a Moute. Drops in the tray. He's got 9.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
But give the coach a little credit. It's been some great play calling. Each guy doing his part. This is what you're hoping to achieve.
Now here's Whiteside. 7 points in the game. Dishes to Richardson. They need this. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
He is a dangerous outside shooter, and if you leave him open, he can bury them consistently.
Over to the wing. Here is Mbah a Moute. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Heat trail by 16. Ellington the pass to Whiteside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Whiteside's got 9.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
Screen by Capella. Paul kicks to Capella. There's a good screen. Paul outside. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Ellington. That's tipped. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for Mbamute. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Miami. Walton comes in for Wayne Ellington. Now here's Walton. Whiteside dishes to Walton. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't having it.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. And it's Olynyk in for James Johnson.
I love and admire Anderson's consistency. A terrific stretch four, a real matchup problem for many teams.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops.
Ryan Anderson has such an easy stroke from distance. You can't help but notice it. He plants his feet so well and has a reliable motion.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And with Anderson, you talk about how quick his shot can come off, how quickly he gets that baby away. Chris, he really can open things up as a forward who needs a man close to him at all times.
What makes Anderson such a great deep ball threat is his height along with the release that he has, because his release is so high.
Now here's Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. And here is Walton. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Richardson against Harden. He feeds it to Anderson. Back to Harden. Passes it to Nene. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Houston, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Two.
Free throw good, Nene.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And the Rockets making a change here. Tucker's checked in. And so Nene nails both of them.
Well, it had been a little bit of a bumpy ride for Mike D'Antoni before coming to Houston. He had underwhelming results in New York and LA before taking time off from coaching, but he's found great success since coming back with the Rockets.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Anderson can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 18. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now Walton. Teardrop shot. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there by Nene. And when the Rockets hired Mike D'Antoni, there wasn't a lot of fanfare. But this has turned out to be one of the best fits in his coaching career. In fact, he was the NBA Coach of the Year last season.
Yeah, you never know how a coach will mesh with the team, and D'Antoni has fit in perfectly here. He made some changes early on and has the Rockets as a great offensive powerhouse. Even has the team playing some defense. I mean, something his teams have never been known for.
Here's Richardson following the basket by Chris Paul. Here's Olynyk, and the layup's good off the glass. Olynyk's got 7 points.
Oh, I love that aggressiveness from Olynyk. I mean, he can create his own offense. I mean, we all know that, but that time with a little cleanup work.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 8. Gordon a screen. Paul against Richardson. Outside Gordon. Shoots over Olynyk. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And that's 10 points for Eric Gordon.
Gordon is a tough shot maker. He has the ability to drain difficult ones. Only so much you can do defensively against him.
There's the screen. In the corner, it's Richardson. That's good, and Walton with the assists. Richardson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Nene outside. Walton against Paul. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Walton with the ball. There's the feed to Olynyk. Pass to Winslow. Olynyk against Anderson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Winslow. But they get it back. The kick out to Walton. In the corner, it's Richardson. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Winslow. Now the pass to Adebayo. He kicks to Winslow. This one for 3. The Heat keeping it alive. Fresh 24. From deep. That's good from Walton on the assist from Olynyk. Walton's got 7 points in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. You watch the way Eric Gordon releases the ball from deep, and you just have to love it. He gets it going, Chris, all in one motion, and you can see the power in his legs when he rises up.
Well, Gordon, for his career, has always been a great three-point shooter. The Rockets made the most of his ability to shoot the 3 from deep with their style of play. He's right near the top of the league in three-point shots per game.
2 shots.
And that one misses.
And when he's healthy, Gordon is extremely effective, an incredible scorer who fills up the stat sheet.
So he comes up empty at the line.
Well, how about Kelly Olynyk? I mean, a 7-footer, more of a power forward than a center, but he can step out and shoot pretty light on his feet and can finish strong inside.
Now here's Paul. 7 points in the game. Shoots from 12. Second shot opportunity. Miami grabs the miss. 51 seconds left here in the third quarter. Passes it to Adebayo. Winslow kicks to Richardson. Back to Winslow. He dishes it to Walton. from deep three-point range, and the rebound goes to Nene. Nene's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Chris, an interesting note about Olynyk. He's the rare player whose arm span is less than his height.
Yeah, that is rather weird, and I'm sure that impacts him as a shot blocker, but it doesn't affect his jump shot because he has a wet one and he can get to the cup whenever he needs to.
Richardson, that's a two-pointer. Richardson missing again. Now here's Gordon. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Let's listen in on what Erik Spoelstra had to say to his team.
All right, put together 3 or 4 stops in a row. Come on, just concentrate on good basketball right now.
Compressing it down to these few minutes, Erik Spoelstra asking his guys to focus in defensively.
And talking to one another, quicker rotations, the help has to be there on time if they want to come up with these stops.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Chris Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. PJ Tucker is out there with Nene, and it's Mbah a Moute in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Winslow. And Olynyk kicks to Winslow. Olynyk, a screen on Mbah a Moute. Screen by Olynyk. Fires the 3. Yep, great play there, set up by Walton. Walton's got 4 assists now tonight. Houston leading by 11. Out to the right wing. Here is Mbah a Moute, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going that way.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
And so here is Houston after the Heat pick up 2. Olynyk with the steal. Here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
Nene, the screen. Off the pick. And it's good off the back rim and in. And that's 12 points for Eric Gordon.
Well, Gordon is crafty. He's great at finding room to shoot off the screen. The D cannot afford to lose him.
Paul against Walton. Kicks to Olynyk. Feeds it to Richardson. 4 on the clock. Olynyk sets a screen for Winslow. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Over in the corner, Paul. A three-pointer off the mark.
He isn't getting it to fall from outside during this half after recording a 3 during the first.
Got a piece of it, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
I mean, they just look totally disengaged out there. Seems like they've given up on this one.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. And then for Miami, Jones comes in for Richardson, and Ellington is subbed in for Walton. Houston leading by 12. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Capella, the pass to Gordon. The Rockets again can't hit. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Ellington kicks to Jones. There's the dish to Olynyk. Pass to Adebayo. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Capella. To the inside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 7th assist in the game. Ellington, the pass to Adebayo. Outside, Jones. And the three ball is good.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Kept alive. Mbah a Moute. Winslow against Mbah a Moute. Dishes it to Ellington. Outside, Jones. Pass to Adebayo. He feeds it to Winslow. The pass to Adebayo. Mbah a Moute against Winslow. Offensive rebound. Houston leading by 11. The feed now to Capella. Paul outside. Here is Mbah a Moute. Connects from three-point range. Mbah a Moute has got 9 points here in the second half. Miami's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Olynyk kicks to Winslow. Olynyk sets a screen for Winslow. Jones dishes to Olynyk. Over Paul. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Olynyk.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole here.
Paul kicks to Mbah a Moute. Now here's Tucker. He's guarded closely. Back to Mbah a Moute. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Jones, the pass to Ellington. Here's Adebayo. There's a screen. He kicks to Jones. Pass to Ellington. Mbah a Moute against Winslow. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Gordon kicks to Capella. Back to Gordon. Plenty of space. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Heat trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
They retain possession. Winslow kicks to Olynyk. He dishes it to Jones. Olynyk sets a screen for Jones. Pass to Adebayo. Feeds to Jones. The three. That shot, no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
His head doesn't look in the game right now. He can't seem to connect on any shot he takes out there.
Now here's Paul. Capella dishes to Mbah a Moute. Here's Tucker. And Jones sends it back. They get it back. The drive by Gordon. Over in the corner, Mbah a Moute. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now here's Jones. Screen by Olynyk. On the wing, Ellington. Guarded by Tucker. Olynyk against Paul. Olynyk can't hit. Rockets leading by 14. Paul outside. Kicks it to Mbah a Moute. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Now here's Ellington. Back to Olynyk. The dish to Winslow. And Olynyk kicks to Ellington. Pass to Jones. There's the triple. Again, the miss by Jones. And for Houston, they're shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Here's Gordon. Excellent D that time from Jones.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the lead.
So for the Rockets, Anderson comes in for P.J. Tucker, and James Harden subbed in for Gordon. The Heat also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Adebayo, and James Johnson is subbed in for Olynyk. Now here's Ellington. Outside, Jones dishes it to Winslow. Whiteside, a screen on Anderson. There's Winslow, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Well, Greg, Justice Winslow had a year that he'd like to forget. His second season in the NBA. Only played in the 18 games before sitting out the rest of the way after a torn labrum.
And we're just happy to see the young man back out on the floor so that he can continue to develop. Always a fantastic defender. And you forget, still a very young player who can round into a contributor, I believe, on offense.
After nailing 3 threes in the first half, he can't seem to dial it in the second so far.
It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from James Johnson.
And look, you could never have enough offense in the low post.
And here's Harden. Paul outside. And Bahamute the pass to Paul. The three-pointer no good.
It's been a rough game for him, but it won't sting too bad as long as they hang on to the lead.
The shot's good from Ellington.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
This is a beautiful thing. They are really playing to the maximum potential of their abilities right now on offense. A scary place to be in if you're the D.
Here's Capella after the Heat pick up 2. No coverage that time. And it's 29 points for James Harden.
I mean, and just think about it, Kevin. With Harden, he can score from just about anywhere, even the locker room. I mean, when he's scoring from a number of spots, the D is in for a long day.
Now a timeout called by Miami. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing from long range.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And the Heat making a change here. Richardson's checked in. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
One shot.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Harden left side. And he slams it down right on top of Hassan Whiteside.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete. That's just a lack of communication. Two guys just not on the same page.
1:56 left in the game. Rockets leading by 11. Now Paul. Screen by Capella. The three. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
Now here's Jones. Here's Whiteside. That one a little long.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Back to Paul. Richardson against Mbah a Moute. He feeds it to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Moves back up. And Capella with the layup. And the Rockets lead by 13.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Houston.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Just the scoring alone. I mean, it's a fantastic game for him. He was just going over, around, through the defense, all day long.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. So for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Troy Williams comes in for Mbah a Moute. And it's Markel Brown in for Chris Paul. The Heat also with a sub. Walton's checked in. And both free throws good from Whiteside. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
The first one falls. And Williams drops them both. There's 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Walton kicks to Johnson. And the pass to Jones. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play. Maybe the charge call, but guys never think they were moving.
The Heat making a switch here. Olynyk checked in. Now here's Brown. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Tipped away and stolen by Richardson. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Walton. Cans the 12-footer.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, then he's off to the races.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to waste that effort. You want to cash in on these extra possessions. They certainly did that time.
Brown outside. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. Great crowd tonight, but what made the difference down the stretch?
We just trying to play solid defense, talk to each other, help each other out. That was amazing tonight. You know, it was unbelievable. Like I said, I'm happy for our guys. And, you know, we got a good victory at home.
Big win, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.